With the completion of the new bird room and the cages from the old bird room, it was only right that we built something new. Hi everyone, welcome back to OC Everywhere. Today we are going to be taking a look at the new and improved young bird room. Now you might remember about this time last year we upgraded the young bird room, we painted everything, we moved a load of different cages in, but that's got tired over the past few months, and here you can see this is after I moved the birds out of it, left it for a few weeks. It really did need a complete makeover, a big facelift, a big change, and that is exactly what we've done today. So we've had to take down all the flights in there, we've had to give it all a good paint, and it's now very nice in there. I'm very pleased with the result. It's really practical, so let's go and take a look. And this is what it looks like now. We've completely improved the place. The whole place have had a big lick of paint. We've got the whole outside to do. We're putting a new roof on, and we've got the whole inside kitted out with PVC cages, with not brand new cages, because you might recognise these from the old bird room. I've had these PVC cages now for probably 4 or 5 years. We had them in what was the small bird room. So this was where we had red poles, we had canaries, we had some mule and hybrid pairs. So generally there wasn't really anything bigger than a canary in there, maybe some siskins or something like that. But we've bred them all in there and they've worked really nicely for me. But with the addition of the new bird room, we needed some bigger cages, we need some different style cages, but these are absolutely perfect for young birds. So we've got a row of 3 like that, it's 4 long, and then we've got 3 across the bottom which are slightly larger. Brilliant pieces of kit, really ideal that they are PVC, because it does mean that cleaning them and disinfecting them, as I'd have to do regularly of course with all the youngsters, is going to be much easier. Keeping on top of mite is much easier, and they just look really nice as well. On this far wall, we've got some new cages you haven't seen before. They're called gahoot cages, I believe. They're very kindly gifted to me by my friend and wire divider maker David, so big thanks there, mate. He's gifted me these, and they're actually flat pack cages. They're really well made, big drawers to pull out. The cage fronts just slide out, and they can be flat packed as well. So what's not to love about them? We've fixed them into the back, put some supports underneath them as they are quite big. They're about 40 centimeters deep, so you know, a good 14-15 inches there. So either way, fantastic pieces of kit, really going to be useful for the breeding season when we come to bring some young birds in here. Then here, between the shed and the greenfinch flights, we also have a mini flight we've built on to the side. So let's hop in there quickly. Now it's a bit of a squeeze in here for me, but here we have a flight that is 2 feet wide and 5 foot deep, and this is something we've had for a few years. I've tried to breed yellow hammers in here, crossbill greenfinch hybrids, Gouldian finches we've had in here, and most recently loads of young birds and canaries. So in here we've got a big ladder set of perches, ideal for, you know, keeping young birds fit, muscle development, and just mean you can have that bit more in there. You might see this sort of thing in budgie setups, but also we have perches, these sort of bird seats, and it's just enough room for one single bird. It means that they can't bully each other, they can sit there on their own, and also they can sit there and get the sun through the roof, and sit there and bask in the sun as they like to do. So big thanks to Jason Thomas, who's a subscriber of the channel, who very kindly gifted me these in December. Really big thanks, mate. So we've gone in here, given it all a lick of paint thereabouts anyway, and it's going to be ideal for probably maybe up to 50 canaries, and I'm talking youngsters here, so you know, nothing that could fight or will be squabbling, no loads of cockbirds or anything like that. But really ideal nevertheless is having this flight here just for that overflow, and just somewhere to put youngsters that need to moult. Not only have we got all the room for all the young birds with all the big PVC cages, but we've also got storage under here. This is underneath all the big blocks. So we've got all our native show cages. We've got some new colour show cages as well. We've got our feeders for this type of main cage. And then we've also got a big blue barrel behind me to lock away and store their feed. So it's all practical, everything's to hand very easily. So there's no excuses for not doing everything. We can train the birds as we see fit, and everything's there, stored nicely away for us as soon as we need it. Not to mention, we've also got a lino floor, so sweeping up seed is as easy as it gets. To any newcomers to the hobby, please don't think that you have to have this sort of extravagant setup to breed birds. It's just not the case. I've got this bird room, which is 5 foot by 7 foot. It's got a 2 foot extension on the end for a flight. This is more than enough to breed birds in, and then still I've got all the niceties of having PVC cages, a lighting system in here. You just don't need that sometimes. These are just nice to have and luxuries in the bird world at least. So please don't think that you have to. This is a nice to have, this is a luxury, and you can breed birds and keep birds in almost anything as long as you provide for them well and make sure all their requirements are met. So everyone, that is the end of today's video. Hopefully you have enjoyed it, seen my new young bird room, and you know, let's hope that we do fill it this breeding season. Speaking of the breeding season, episode 1 of Breeding British Birds Series 3 will be out next Saturday, so make sure you're subscribed down below so you don't miss any of that. Have your notification bell on as well, you know when the video comes out. Also, smash a like on it if you have enjoyed today's video, and make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook for daily updates and behind the scenes footage of all of the birds. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.